Hi, this is Cecilia from Tarot by Cecilia, and this is your weekly tarot guidance for the week of September 25th through October 1st of 2017. This week, we have on the 28th the final opposition of Jupiter and Uranus. And, I have to tell you, this is one of those breakout energies that's been taking place since I think it was like December of last year that we've been talking about it. So this is the third and final opposition. And, the need to break out is there. The push, the drive, it's right here. And I think the timing of it's perfect with everything else that's going on. Also, on the same day, you'll see Pluto going direct. It's been retrograde for a few months or so. And, that will also have an impact on things. On the 29th, Mercury will enter the sign of Libra. So here we are at the tail end of September already of 2017. And what a year it has been. It started off really, really slow. There was, it was a bit of a bumpy ride along the way in some patches. But that's smoothed out in the last couple of weeks. We've seen that happen. We got through eclipse season, got through that second Mercury retrograde, and, the time is finally here. The path is opening up. And the question is, where do you want to go? What is it that you wish to accomplish in your life? What is your vision for your life? So at this point, you really actually have a choice, which, a year ago, I don't think you felt like you had a choice. Okay. Jupiter's really been working overtime this year to help everyone. This is that feeling that, you have a little ways to go, with that load that you're carrying to get to where it is you want to be. And along the way, you might want to, sit down, set that load down and say, how much of this do I still want in my life? What do I want to keep? What people do I want around me? All of those types of things. I think you're doing some serious assessment as this is happening, because in the last couple of months, since eclipse season began, there's been a lot that's been going on. So, this is the time. I think you're really permitted this review to decide what it is you want to do and, how you want to see your karma play out. You are achieving a victory this week, and it comes through patience. That having been patient long enough, I actually feel like it's been 2 years, where you've been looking to see things pay off in such a way that you could formulate a new plan to get to that next part. Wow. That's a long time. But to say that 2 years has brought about, a major ending. And it's a painful thing that has ended. But I feel it's such a good way because, finally there's healing. It's like before whatever was going on, there were reminders here and there. It was like, like you were constantly feeling stabbed by it, and now you're allowed to heal. You're all done with that part. I'm in awe. I really truly am, because as I've watched this story progress and I've told it to so many of you along the way, there's tens of thousands of you out there, and it's just been a phenomenal time. I don't think that even if we understand it, any of us will ever wish to repeat it. But it is about what we are wishing for in life and which road do we want to take next, and what do we want to manifest. I think there's still a lot of hard work with this plan, but not hard as in wear you out, fingers to the bone kind of work. This is like, what will work? What are you going to work on? And, you will persist, because it's no longer, that feeling that you've had, like, yeah. I used to always say it, that if, like, you finally got to the point where something is good, like the other shoe dropping, it's not. I don't think there are any more big shoes left to drop. Only in good ways, in the, the direction that you're about to take. Because whatever it is that, a lot of it is where you felt stalled in the last couple of years, and you've taken charge of that. You've managed to make things happen. And you may not throw a party, but you are like majorly celebrating the closing of this door. It's done. I'm finally done. I feel like I've put all that behind me, and there's your change. Like, okay, I survived. And the fear. Now, I think you've learned more to go with the flow. It's not about letting anxiety take over or anything. Like I said, there's so much healing, and you're creating. Oh my goodness. See, it's a major manifestation that's taken place here. Why the universe, and I don't know where else, I've said this before. Some days I said it to friends, like, why did the universe make you wait so long? I'm not sure why. And honestly, I am not one of those people who, is of the belief that everything happens for a reason. But it's over, it's done, and it's time. It's time to take back your life. But you're not taking back the old life. You're taking on a new life where you have the free will to create what you want and what you see fit. So you're creating a more balanced life that brings about major changes. And what I like here is that there's a focus, I feel, for many of you toward many things, because for the last however many years you want to say it was, you've been distracted by everything that was going on. So now you're saying to yourself, okay, I want to get my finances in order. I want to get my health in order. It's like you have a whole new list. First you had the list of how you were going to extricate yourself, as I said somewhere else, from this situation. And now you know that you're doing that, but you have this whole new list to look forward to. It's such a much more positive list where you can say, this is what I want. This is what I want to create. And it's like, just, if the whole world was in chaos, you have found your peaceful place where, you're good with how things are. You are not, I don't think, ever done. So, the journey continues, and there's always so much more to talk about. But your basic overall goal has been happiness, or whatever you perceive happiness to be. Okay, and that's it. Your new identity is, your life is going to be so different. It doesn't resemble the old one. You're still the same person, but in many ways, I think you're very, very changed. So you've won that battle of feeling powerless and, unable to figure it out and do it. You've done it. You've done it. You're reaching your goal. You're making it happen. So there's a lot of success here, and it's success over the disappointments. This is a wonderful thing. And I still can't wait until we get to the week that includes the 16th to the 19th of October. Because the 16th is Columbus Day here in America. It's probably Thanksgiving in Canada. And the 19th will be the new moon. So, at that point in that week, I think that's where you're really feeling that you have succeeded over all of this, and that you can take that new identity out for a spin. Things are so much more stable. I'm like, it's not very often you hear me starting to laugh, but it really is a change in, how you feel. I'm loving this. All right, so it's all coming, and each week we've been seeing the progress. So this week you're looking toward a direction change to see what your path should be. And I am not against people having wishes and dreams. And I've said this so many times, to sit there and just hope something happens isn't going to make it happen. But what I'm seeing here is that those who have put in the work, even if it meant just sitting there every day going, oh, all right, that plan didn't work. Let's see what else I can try. Like, story of my life. But you keep on doing it until it sticks, until you find the combination that works for you. And that's what it's all about. So there really is, like, there's wonderful new memories that are coming. There's so many things I think that were lost in the past, but there's so much more to look forward to. Those new beginnings, and almost, and it doesn't necessarily have to do with home itself, but it's that feeling of contentedness where you reach a point where you feel like you can stay put. And I'm thinking that's more like in the first few months of next year that you're starting to see that you took your time with things, and you're in a better position to maintain your position now, which is good. I think much better at making decisions. And this is a whole new time that's coming in, a whole new cycle. My goodness, I mean, the new beginnings are everywhere, but it's so different. You're not unhappy about closing the door at all. And to go forward, a lot of this started back at the eclipse, the one on August 21st. I think there were even some signs of things at the beginning of the one that was on the 7th as well. But it's taking you now to this whole new place. And it's amazing to me because when you reached the equinox, which was on the 22nd of September, things just really are starting to look up. Like, you are looking towards your future now. There is no doubt about it. And like I said it somewhere else too. It's like the list has changed. It's like, wow, I've checked off some major things that allowed me to close the door on something that was really causing me a lot of pain. And now I am working on what really creates a fair life. Oh my goodness. Emotionally fulfilling, the whole 9 yards. So, this is a big turn for you. This week, you're coming into, I think, like a whole new set of energy. And it'll be interesting to see where it takes you, because I have a feeling that it plays out. It plays out in increments, obviously. Every time we get into new seasons, we see this happen. But this one is so much different than the ones that you've had in recent years. This one is actually allowing you to just roll on away from all of that crap. And I'm telling you, something very special is happening by the next new moon. Maybe you start to feel that, you really aren't struggling so much anymore, and that life is a little more cooperative, that the universe is a little more cooperative. So these next 4 weeks, like this one included, they're very interesting because they're taking you. You're in that new identity now, and they're taking you to the next stop on your journey. And for many of you, that represents new homes, new relationships. And maybe you've gone years without anyone special around you. The time is coming. It's all changing. It is all changing. But for some reason, and this is why I get aggravated when I say why, but the universe has put you through all these paces, and what you want, what you've always wanted, is about to come your way in the very near future. I think it's here. It may not be as solid as you would hope for. Like, it's like not like you meet somebody tomorrow and you're married next month or something like that. But I think that it develops like between now and I want to say next June, because how I'm always saying that while you're on your path and you have things going on, and there's all those little side roads and things, and those little side roads, they often represent other people. And I often think of, like, when we see the Knight of Cups come up, as a card of the day or whatever, that that knight is that other person, the one that you wish would hurry up and get to you. And they're off leading their life, and they're zigging and zagging on their path, and you're zigging and zagging on your path. And one day those two paths are going to cross, and it is coming. I can't wait for the week that we say, it's here. there's something definitely happening. That could be even in that November, December time frame, could be before, but the point that you're reaching, like within these next 4 weeks, I think is putting you, oh, how am I seeing it in my head here? I think it's putting you in the right place. And then the timing becomes better. People are going to be like, wow, I can't believe she's talking about this stuff. It's been a long time coming. So, yeah, here we are. We're on our way. You've reached the new you, and the new you is going to continue to grow. Don't forget that. So you're going to pick a new path this week, and you're going to see what the world has to offer. So I want to thank you very much for being here, and I'll see you again real soon. Take care.